To drop the sleeve, we need a few measurements. These are my measurements. Armhole 16 inches, length of sleeve 8 inches, width of sleeves 11.5 inches. Also, we need armhole measurements from the front and back patterns, which is 9.5 inches. Now let's draw the sleeve. First, draw a line in the middle of the paper. Next, mark length of sleeve. Length of sleeve is 8 inches. Mark that. This is A. From A, armhole divided by 4 plus 3/4 inch. Armhole is 16 inches divided by 4 is 4 inches plus 3/4, 4 3/4. Mark that and draw this line. From A, mark armhole measurements from the front and back patterns, which is 9.5 inches. Mark that on this line. Also on this line. And join the points. This is B and this is C. Here, AB divided by 3. AB is 9.5 inches. Divided by 3 is 3 1/9. Mark that. Here. Also here. This is X. In the midpoint of AX, go up 5/8 of an inch. Midpoint of AX, go up 5/8 of an inch. Next, midpoint of BX, come down 1/8 of an inch. BX is 3 1/8. Midpoint is 1.5 inches. Here, come down 1/8 of an inch. and draw the curve, joining all these points. Here, AC divided by 2 plus half an inch. AC is 9.5 inches divided by 2 4.75 plus half is 5.25. Mark that. This is Y. In the midpoint of AY, go up half an inch. Midpoint of AY is 2 5/8. Mark that. Here, go up half an inch. Next, in the midpoint of CY, come down 1/4 inch. CY is 4.25. Midpoint is 2 1/8. Here, come down 1/4 inch. Now draw the curve, joining all these points. Now width of sleeve plus 1 divided by 2. Width of sleeve is 11.5 inches plus 1 is 12.5 divided by 2 is 6.25. Mark that on both sides. And draw the sides. This is the back and this is the front. Now measure the curve. Nine and a half inches. Also the front. 9.5 inches. Now we cut the pattern. Side, the front part, the back part, and the side. This is the sleeve. Now all these patterns are fitting well. I made a cardboard copy for my future project. To finish the front opening, we extend the left side 1 inch from the center line to underlap the right side like this. This is to avoid any gapping when you're wearing the blouse. The right side is reinforced 1 inch to sew the hooks. To do the extension, we need a piece of fabric with these measurements. 9.5 inches long, which depends on the length of your opening. 3 inches wide, which include 1/2 inch seam allowance on both sides and 1 inch extension on top and the bottom. Which will be attached like this. Here I have sewn the fabric inside the opening. Now fold in the seam allowance and fold the center and sew this extension. For the right side, we need a piece of fabric with these measurements. 9.5 inches long, same as that side. 2 inches wide, which include 1/2 inch seam allowance on both sides and 1 inch for the reinforcement. Which will be attached like this. Here I have sewn the piece of fabric outside the opening. Now fold in the seam allowance and fold at the seam line and sew this reinforcement. To finish the neck and the hem, we use bias cut from the material, which is cut crosswise. This has more stretch and it's pliable. To fasten the hook, you can sew pockets like this. Or you can sew the eye.